Hello and welcome to Walter Doodle's Art. My name is Walter and I want to thank you for watching my video. This is a video I actually debated whether I was even going to put it up there or not, because I actually don't consider this a full success as far as what I like to get out of my artwork. But I watch some woodturners, and this is an example of something that I had made up my mind, I think, to go ahead and do, and now it was tested, so I'm going to go ahead and pass the test and do what a couple of these woodturners do, and that is, even when they have something that fails, I've seen them go through the bottom end of their bowls when they've turned their projects, and well, it is what it is. And this one is, it has elements of it that I like a lot, and it has elements of it that I don't like, especially as I got towards the end of it. But I went ahead and I decided, no, let's go ahead, and I meant for this to be one of my art projects that I was going to do the video on, so I'm going ahead with it. I also want to apologize to those that were kind of expecting to see a video a couple weeks ago or last week. Things get hectic in the summer where I live, and I am a photographer for our local newspaper, and when things are going on, I got to get out there and I've got to earn my living, and so it is what it is on that. Now that's a little bit of an excuse. It really got down to I didn't want to climb the stairs to my studio and get this project done for whatever reason, and I'm going to try to avoid that. I think one of the ways I will avoid that in the future videos right now is I felt like I had an artistic slump with this particular project, and I just didn't get into it like I was hoping I would. I think I thought it was going to go a little bit like doing a mandala, which I am going to be doing one, but I learned something about that type of project for the future. I'm not going to be doing it in this book. At least that's what I think now. I'll probably forget about that because I have good memory. It's just a little short. But anyway, I will try to remember, don't do it in my sketchbook because that binding gets in the way of some of the equipment that you need to use for mandala work, or like this with all these French curves and quilting curves. There is areas, especially right up there at the top, that I don't care for how the lines turned out. So when I do that one, I will probably go ahead and just make it on a piece of paper, probably some parchment or something like that. There'll be a lot of compass work with that, a lot of these French curves probably, a lot of straight lines. Anyway, the ink that I was using in this, I had filled up that Peter Pen. I believe it was the original Peter Pen version 2, and it was a medium. Well, no, that's actually a fine tip pen, and I had filled it up with a Lamy crimson ink, but I apparently didn't clean that pen out when I had put some black ink in it, and it turned out brown. I think this is another thing that I learned from doing this particular project. I didn't really care for this color at all, never could get into it, and but I went ahead and I plowed through it over the course of 3 drawing sessions. It is in that Doodle's sketchbook of mine. I never got it to the point where it was finished. This is one of those pieces of art that, and every artist that I know of, they know this. area of their art, it got abandoned. The further I got into it, the more I didn't like it, and I didn't want to get to the point where I absolutely hated this piece, and I don't hate it. But I think you can see it here. I had a face come out of what I was doodling with all these lines. And I kind of wanted to keep that, but the further I got into what I'm doing now in filling in with different lines, different dots, different circles, different hash marks, I lost that face. I still got the eye that's on the right, I still can see that, but the rest of the face kind of disappeared. And I didn't like that. I wanted to keep that, and it just went away. And when I just saw that, I just thought, that's enough. I was kind of done with this drawing. That's what I mean by abandoning it. I do know that I will not use up the rest of the ink in this pen. I'm going to go ahead and empty it out, and I'm going to clean the pen absolutely thoroughly so none of that color will bleed into the next pen or next ink that I put into the pen when I use this pen again. I did have fun with it because I do like lines. I love putting down lines. There was another aspect though to this drawing that bothered me, and that was because of the color of this ink, because of how this was manifesting itself in the sketchbook. That's where a lot of, I think, the artistic slump came in. So I probably am going to, don't hold me to this, but I'm probably going to go ahead and choose a different medium next time. Do something, I think I want to do something with a lot of color to it, and I probably want to get away from fountain pens for a little while. I think I want to either go to a pastels or to colored pencil. I don't know. I may go into an acrylic painting. I've got some ideas coming up in my head for some acrylic on rusty metal. Always loved working with that. So I will be probably doing something along either that line or, like I said, pastels or colored pencil. And those are awful fun. This one got to be a little more in the lines of tedious. I think that did have more to do with how this beautiful crimson ink just turned out brown. And I think one of the things that I will be doing, I can put the ink back on my other pens, but this one, it did get the color messed up with whatever was in this pen prior to it. But I'm going to empty out all my fountain pens that have ink in them right now, and I am going to do a thorough cleaning of my fountain pens, and that is more than just where you use warm water and you clean out your piston converter. I will be using pen flush, and a lot of it I will be soaking the nibs and what I call the fipple. I'm going to make sure I get these pens completely cleaned out of any black ink. Anyway, I do hope you enjoy this drawing. Like I said, there is aspects of it that I enjoy. I enjoy the different textures that I put in there, but it just never fulfilled itself. But it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Would you please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Again, I really do thank you for watching. If you have a comment or two, I would love to listen to those as well, or to read those, and I will respond to all of them that I can. And in the meantime, I just wish you Godspeed, God bless you, and I hope you have wonderful days ahead. Thank you for watching. Again, God bless you.